originally to just keep some photos that I kept on the weekend on trips away, and to look at during the week to get me through the week. And then it just grew from there, and basically grew from planning trips around Instagram, trying to take photos as often as possible, keeping the camera with me at work. I was a air conditioning mechanic, so I had the camera next to me in the van, and I was usually up before sunrise at work, so stopping the van somewhere to get sunrise, and yeah, it just became an obsession. So capturing a moment that will never happen again. For example, an incredible sunrise with a nice red, pink sky. For most people, they won't get out of bed in time to see that. And to be up early before the sun rises, to be able to capture that, it's just magic. I think I was lucky in the beginning with just the timing of when I was on there. I got on Instagram pretty early, and lots of people started responding pretty actively. I had people really active and engaging, and it grew from there, from 2,000 likes to 4,000 to 6,000, and then over 10,000. So yeah, I mean, it was timing as one thing, also taking quality photos and trying to not keep it too much of one thing, keeping it a nice variety. The most important thing is engagement. Engaging with other Instagram users is really important, keeping a community, and also offering something unique and a bit different, that you have your own sort of style that people can follow and really put down to you. My top tips for brands who are wanting to work with influencers like myself would be one, to trust the influencer. They know their market and they know what works and what doesn't work. Another one would be to keep the itinerary flexible. With photography, a lot of the times you can't really plan it. If it's a magical sunrise, they're going to want to stay there from first light until you can't shoot anymore, basically, because it's just an incredible sunrise. So yeah, loose itineraries are really good, and flexibility. The third one would be just understanding there are limitations to Instagram, and understanding how that market works. One of the highlight campaigns I worked on was one with Turkey, which was Come See Turkey, which was the biggest initiative through Instagram worldwide so far. So it was a world record, and basically they took 20 Instagrammers over 2 separate itineraries, and for 10 days each, and we saw a hell of a lot of Turkey, which was amazing. One of the biggest I've seen, and one that's worked really well, was the Queensland World's Biggest Instameet recently. They had over 100 Instameets in over 40 different regions, and with an influencer in each one on one day, and it actually broke a world record, and that kind of exposure to their state would just be priceless for them. So I think one of the problems with Instagram is, once something's successful and you can travel full time and be paid for it, people are going to try and get that, and they're going to get it the easiest way possible, which is to cheat. You can buy likes and followers as well, which is really dishonest, and you're basically just faking it to try and gain recognition from brands and things like that. There are some people out there doing it, but I think brands, if they're smart about it, if they work with influencers who have been established for quite a while, will realise the difference between our engagement and people who are buying followers. So the main strategy I would probably follow is just to keep active on Instagram. With all the travel, it does become very hard. And also trying to branch out to other things like Google+, Facebook, Tumblr, things like that. I'm also working on a website at the moment to get a store up and running. So things are going up at the moment, and yeah, basically just, if I was going to suggest anything to anyone else, is to keep active on Instagram. and then build everything else up from there.